Mhm.
Hello, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining in today's webinar, which is based on Global Opportunities Program. And thank you so much, everyone, for taking time from your busy schedules and being here today to attend this webinar. And I believe me, guys, this is a really important webinar, which can be a great help for you all. So that's great that you all are here. So we will be having soon Mr. Chandar, who is the founder of Nursify. I'll be, present here as a guest today and will give you a lot of information about the global opportunities and will discuss about the job readiness program. So I request you all to please place yourself on mute while this webinar is going on. In case if you have any questions or any doubts, feel free to put that in the chat box, and we will, we'll keep taking it from there. We'll take your queries, we'll address them one by one from there itself. And yeah, so it can be in the end of the webinar and during the webinar itself. So yeah, and let's just wait a few more minutes for other audience as well to join, and then we will quickly start our webinar for the day. All right, guys, I believe we have people joining in. We have more audience who is going to be there to witness this amazing webinar today, which is, again, I'll give you a quick brief to the audience who has just joined. And yeah, so guys, today's webinar is mostly based on Global Opportunities Program, where we will be discussing all the job readiness activities, which are really important for you if you are, planning your career abroad or maybe here. Then what things to, keep in mind as per, to get ready for a good job, or your, maybe it's right to say, to your dream job. Get ready for your dream job. So we will be discussing everything related to resume writing, kind of training skills required, what is the proficiency required for you to be successful in your job opportunities overseas. So once again, I humbly request you all to please place yourself on mute during this webinar. And in case if you have any questions, please put that in the chat box. We will be addressing all of it one by one. And yes, yeah, and we will be having our guest, Mr. Chanda Madan. I'm sure most of you already know him from our previous webinars as well. And today he's going to address all the issues faced, during applying overseas. What can be the job readiness activities which you guys can take. So Mr. Chandar is the founder of Nursify and is been there in the industry for more than 35 years. So great, we have Mr. Chandar sir here. Hello, sir. Thanks for joining.
Hi, thanks, Anup. Good afternoon, everyone.
Welcome, sir. So I was just giving a brief introduction about you to our audience, sir, and also was telling about today's webinar, which is mostly based upon the global opportunities and the job readiness program that we are going to discuss today. So let's begin with this webinar, sir. Okay, so sir, if we'll just start with our very first question, that is, what are the most common challenges are faced by nurses when pursuing international career, and how can they overcome that?
Yeah, so I think for any overseas nurse to go and work internationally, there are a couple of things which are, pretty challenging for, or quite challenging for lot of the nurses. So number one, they're not aware of the opportunities that are available globally. Two, I think uh, there is limited knowledge around the
अच्छा प्रिंट से చేస్తున్నారు మళ్ళీ సరే అది ప్రిపేర్ లేదు టాకి కార్డు ఉంది మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ నుంచి కొంటాం
Everyone, could you please place yourself on mute?
yeah, there are limited.
mga parang hindi ko maintindihan mag-English ang bata.
I request you all to please place yourself on mute. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. So, as I said, I think there is limited knowledge about the country, the limited knowledge about the opportunities, and most importantly, I think the softer side of the skills, how to communicate, how do you adjust in the culture, are probably the most important aspects of most important challenges that overseas nurse or anybody moving abroad will face. So I think very simple ways of overcoming these. Nursify in partnership with EH Tutor. I think we're running a training programs where we can bring you up to speed in terms of what are the opportunities available globally. So if you go to nursify.co.uk website, you will see all the opportunities available. Number two, culturally and communication-wise or soft skills, our partners EH Tutor will provide the right level of training in terms of how to communicate, how to prepare for interview, get you ready for interview skills, and even help you pass your IELTS and OET exam. And as part of our pastoral support and once you get selected, we will train you on the cultural aspects of the program, or cultural aspects of moving to any country. So if you have, let's say, if you're going to UK and you're from Nepal or India or any of the Southeast Asian countries, how do you behave on day one? How do you make friends? How do you speak to your colleagues? Because everywhere the culture is going to be different, how people behave, work ethics. So I think that cultural aspects of moving to any country are mostly overlooked. And I think Nursify will train all the nurses or healthcare professionals who are moving to a new country, usually through a pre-departure calls. So we help you prepare that. The other ways you can, help yourself overcome these challenges is, look at YouTube videos, look at websites, talk to your friends who have moved already, or once you land there, talk to the locals to get an idea about the culture. I think culture probably is the cultural aspects and the communication are probably the two most important, I would say, challenges one has to overcome in getting ready for overseas opportunities. And I think in both the places, EH Group, which is Nursify, and EH Tutor are there to help you. So reach out to us if you need any help. You're on mute.
Great, sir. Thank you so much for giving this information to our audience. And I'm sure there are a lot of challenges which is faced even in fact today itself. I know a lot of audience is aware about overseas opportunities, but yes, there are a lot of challenges which everyone need to make sure they are prepared for. So yes. Okay, so moving forward, can you please share insights on the current demand for nurses that we have internationally? Because there are a lot of nurses who are not aware about this huge demand that we have and how important it is.
Yeah, I think globally, as per a WHO report, there is a demand of about 10 million nurses worldwide. If you pick a few countries, USA, Canada, Australia, UK, Ireland, even some part of Europe need these nurses. I think UK over last 1 year have slowed down a bit because of the immigration rules, but I think is bound to come back. They can only avoid the problem for a while, but I think the demand from UK is bound to come back in over a short period of time. But you should not be disheartened. There are a number of opportunities in Canada, for example. They are looking for good professional nurses like you. There are opportunities in the US, where you have number of opportunities available for, for example, Nepalese nurses, right? Or even otherwise, I think they welcome all nationalities. For Indians, probably the visa is a bit long, but I think for other nationalities, it should take about 2 years to get there. And also, if you look at countries like Saudi Arabia, is coming up. I was in Riyadh in October, and I think there is huge opportunity in Saudi or UAE in general, Gulf countries in general. So, yes, UK is slow and will remain slow for a period of time, but I think we see number of opportunities coming through in various parts of the globe, and the nurses should really take advantage of that. If I were to pick some, I would pick up Canada, Australia, and Gulf countries as probably the most hot opportunities at this point in time. And I think if you are looking at making a career move at this point in time, I think you should seriously consider these opportunities. And in addition, I think if you're looking at long-term move, much better pay. Just to give you a perspective, right? A nurse in UAE or Gulf countries will typically make between $1,000 to $1,500 per month. Okay, same nurse will make about $2,400 per month in UK. Same nurse will make about $5,000 in Australia. Okay, and same in Canada. But once you go to US, that same amount is about $8,000. So you have an opportunity to really make a lot of money if you go to the US, provided you are willing to make that move from a family perspective. Okay, so what you can do is try for these opportunities, keep the doors open. If UK is closed right now, I would not discount the opportunity in Canada, Australia, and other places. So prepare for those because UK will take time. Okay, although I feel it should open up in 6 months, but it will take time.
Yes, sir, definitely. And we have one question as well in the chat box. So this person is asking about when will the UK start the recruitment for overseas nurses? So as we just mentioned, UK is a bit slow, but will start to get the demand soon. So moving forward, sir, we will definitely be discussing about the requirements as well, and the main reason why we are here for this this webinar about preparing yourself for the opportunities. But before that, sir, initially, to start with any opportunity, the first things comes up to our mind whenever we are looking opportunities anywhere in this world is resume. So if you have to give an idea about how the nurses can prepare their resume and stand out and among others, so how can that be done and how we can help them?
Yes, it's a very good question. I look at a lot of resumes. I've seen a lot of resumes over last couple of years, maybe more than 10,000. So I can tell you what stands out and what is not acceptable. Okay, I see resumes in all shapes and sizes, and it can be very, very simple, right? First and foremost, I think very, very basic. Keep your resume absolutely clean, free of grammar errors, and free of multiple fonts. Okay, it's as simple as this. Keep it simple, keep it clean. Okay, um, that's number one. Number two, I think there is no rocket science. What you can do is, um, you know, start with a 4 or 5 or 6 liner profile summary. Okay, okay. What I'm going to tell you right now is just tip of the iceberg. I think in our training programs you'll get a lot more detail, and I think if you haven't yet, booked the training program, uh, so that you can be ahead of the curve from other people, right? So, in terms of the resume, I think you should start with good 4 or 5 lines of profile. So you could say, hey, I'm Chandra, I'm a registered nurse in medical surgical department. I carry experience of 4 to 5 years. I am, hardworking, compassionate, great team player, and willing to work under stress. I'm looking forward to ABC country. Yeah. Um, that could be as simple a profile summary, right? And then you follow this through with your latest experience first. You talk about name of the hospital, number of beds, patient nurse ratio, and then you talk about your roles and responsibilities and cases managed. What are the kind of cases you manage? So if you're in medical surgical department, talk about, various cases like appendix, post-surgery, post-operative, care, and the kind of cases you manage. Okay. Followed by your second employer, name, number of beds, etc., and same process like this. At the end, you mention your education qualification and all the certificates that you've acquired. The resume should be as simple as this. Okay, I've seen resumes where you have tables, fonts are all over the place, grammatical errors. That's suicidal. Okay, don't make those errors, because the only way an interviewer or even in Nursify, HR recruiter is looking at your CV is through the lenses of your resume. And if that does not speak, that is not clean, that is not error-free, it does not help you at all. Remember, if there are number of nurses who are applying for one particular job, those who have a better resume will get, will get a better chance of interview. Basically those who have a better resume will get a better chance. Okay, as simple as that. Now, these are, of course, tips that I can't explain in an hour of webinar. These are some, high-level tips. Once you join the program, I think your trainer will walk you through all of that detail and help you build a resume that is second to none, which means one of the best resumes they can help you build. But I think broadly speaking, if you keep it clean, have a consistent font, and go with the structure I just described, you are more than okay. And let me tell you, a resume that is well structured, well built, is 5 times more likely to be picked up than resumes which are not. Okay, and we have seen this number of times with all our clients again and again. So be very careful what you write in the resume, and I think then you should be very careful what you write, and it needs to be. I'm not saying it has to be impeccable, but should be error free.
Definitely. That's really important, guys. So from if you join our job readiness program, that will be the very first thing that our team will look after and will help you out. So moving forward, before we move forward, we have 2 or 3 questions. If we can just quickly, take that. So there is one question by Asha. What requirements are there for medical surgical ward?
Yeah, usually. So I think if you have a uh, if you have a medical surgical experience in your home country of at least 2 years, I think you are good to go for most of the countries. Um, um, Surgical experience is important. So you should have handled post-operative cases and should have done that well in a 100-bedded hospital. If you have that, I think you should be fine.
We have a next question from Madhu. Sir, I cleared OET in August 24 and not able to get jobs in UK and Ireland. Not hiring. So what would you say to us?
So Madhu, there are, I think NHS is opening up, and probably this will be the case. Slow hiring till next February, March, or maybe April. So I can't promise you that, or I can't commit to that. What you can try, you can send us your resume. I don't know if you're an operation theater nurse or a medical surgical ward. If you're
Sir,
operation,
I
sorry.
I have ICU experience. ICU.
Okay. So if you have ICU experience, yeah, look, I think realistically, UK will take time. Okay. My advice to you would be, try Gulf countries like Saudi or Dubai to start with. And if you have interest, you can also look at, Canada, for example. UK probably is 6 months out.
But does Canada accept OET?
Of
Or I
course.
have okay. Okay.
Yes. So IELTS and OET is accepted all through the world.
Okay.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about it. What Canada will also require is it will require an NCLEX exam. Okay.
Yes.
So you need to
Yeah.
appear for the NCLEX exam. And where are you based, Madhu?
Sir, I'm from Gurgaon.
Gurgaon. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah. Yes, sir. There was one more question from my side is I am getting a lot of opportunity as a healthcare assistant or as a carer. And is it possible that I can go as an assistant and then do my NMBI or NMC there with my OET test result and join as a staff nurse afterwards? I'm confused about it.
how much experience do you have, Madhu?
I have 13 years of experience, 1-3.
Yeah. So my humble advice to you would be do not go as a care worker. Okay.
Okay.
Wait for a while. By the way, we have an office in Gurgaon. So if you like to come over, we are based on MG Road. So you can come over and talk to the team. Okay. They will
Sure.
even help you.
Okay.
So my humble suggestion would be, and a lot of people make this mistake. They go as a care worker because if you have 13 years of experience, I think wait for a while. I would rather go to places like Dubai or Saudi if you have interest. Okay. And stay there for 2 years before you move to UK. And by that time, I'm sure UK will open. Other option you can look at is you can also go to places like Canada and then to the US. Then you don't have to worry about UK anymore. Okay.
Yeah, and there was one more point to worry that my age is 37.5 at this. So I think after 40, there are very less chance to get job. So I have limited time, I guess.
No, I think I wouldn't worry too much about it, Madhu. I think 50 is the new young. So I wouldn't worry.
Oh, is it? Thank you.
Yeah.
Then
So
it's fine.
I wouldn't worry too much about it because again, it all depends on demand and supply. Okay, so because lot of places you will get yeah, a lot of places you will get opportunities. I would strongly recommend consider Gulf countries for now, Madhu. That's what I would suggest for you. Immediate future, no IELTS, no OET required. You need DOH, whatever, DHA, DOH license. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Yes, Kavita also had a question. She raised her hand.
We have a question from Kavita. Kavita, you can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Okay, good
Hello.
afternoon, ma'am, and good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Okay, sir,
Hello.
I'm from Nepal, and I have one question for you. Sir, I completed my PCL nursing, and then I have been working in Nepal in ICU and CCU, and I have the experience of 10 years, around 10 years, right? And I'm studying psychology, but I want to go abroad. And is there is possible for 482 visa in Australia for me?
Yeah, I'll have to look at your documents, but yeah, 482 is possible. They usually require a BSc degree, to be honest. Okay. But why don't you send us your documents, Kavita, and we can then evaluate. One of our experts will evaluate and come back to you. Okay. But yeah, 480 should be possible.
Yeah, actually, the thing is that is I am from Nepal and I'm trying to go from here in 482 visa, but I haven't got a proper like person to check my document and do the processing regarding it, right? And but I heard it can be possible, but I haven't got an authorized person or a like for to the process, and I'm also too confused. And they have asked so much money for that, and maybe it would be scam or what, I don't know, but I was so scared regarding that, sir. So I was too confused. Okay, sir, just I will send my document and CV there. I hope I will get a good response regarding it.
Sure. I think I would suggest that you send it to maybe send it to Anup directly, anup@nursify.co.uk. Anup, can you put up your email ID? Okay. And we will
Hello.
look at that. We will have to look at all your documents before we can come back to you. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Kavita.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Hello.
Have another.
Yeah, my name is Akaju. My name is Akaju. Yeah. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Akaju, go
My name
ahead.
is Akaju. Yeah, my name is Akaju. I'm coming from Bahrain.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming from Bahrain. I've studied diploma in nursing and patient care.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking for job in Australia, UK. Yeah, that's the reason why.
Yeah. So please send us your documents at hello@nursify.co.uk, and we will be able to.
Yeah, I sent my CV. I sent my results, my certificate for you. I sent to you. I have a 5 years experience.
Okay,
I
sure.
have a 5 years experience. Yeah.
We'll check
I
that.
have a
We'll
5 years.
check in our system, Akeju, and we will quickly, evaluate and then get back to you.
No problem. No problem. I'm really appreciate. I'm respecting it. You understand me? I'm respecting it. I have the national base life support workers. I have it. Yes,
Okay, sure.
I have.
Okay, we'll look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll look at
Sure.
that.
Sure.
All
All right.
right.
Okay.
Other question is, I am from Nepal, government service, 15 years, lab technician. I have knowledge ICU, medical, surgical. Okay, send your resume. Okay, we'll have a look at it. Lab technician is little difficult, but we will try.
Great. All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So, guys, please share your queries in the chat box, and we'll take it from there. And please send your resumes to get them evaluated, and our team will definitely get in touch with you about, and yeah, they'll discuss it with you about the opportunities. So, all right. So moving forward, as we were discussing the readiness program, the things that is required for a professional to get the jobs abroad. There's one major thing, one major skill which is required: interview training skills. So what is included in our interview skills training program? If you can just highlight that as well for our audience.
Yeah, so I think when we take you for career readiness program and we prepare you for interview skills, I think it will have many components. Number one, resume writing. We want to make sure that we can design your resume in such an impeccable way that it is accepted in the first go itself. Number two, we will prepare you to confidently face interviews. Okay, because most of the time, you know, people, are not able to make it to the job because they kind of fumble in the interview. They have they don't know the etiquettes of virtual interviews. So, for example, you go there and if you have clothes hanging in the background, or that is not very well appreciated. Okay, so I think we go through the fine nitty-gritties of what is required to ace your interview, resume writing, and we also go through what are the critical skills required to ace the interview. So, for example, teamwork, for example, um, cultural adaptability, for example, flexibility, for example, hard work, customer centricity. I think we will walk you through each of them in detail in the interview skills workshop to make sure you are ready. And of course, I forgot to mention the resume writing, right? So all of that is covered, and I think it's not only going through the list of questions and making you cram those. No, that's not the idea, right? Because if you just cram those answers, you are more likely to flunk in the interview process. So I think it's a logical, it's a very, very methodical process to make you more confident in front of the interviewer and answer question in a way that will help you, ace the interview. That's the whole idea.
Yes, sir. Yes, definitely. So thank you so much for mentioning the questions point, because that was my next question. So to be honest, so there are a lot of candidates who come up for interview training skills, and yet the main thing we discuss with them is how to structure your answer for the kind of questions that they face. So there are a lot of case or scenario based questions that the nurses receive. So can you highlight the kind of questions which are asked, or which are the most important questions that these guys can focus upon?
So I think there are two kinds of questions, right? So two or three kinds of questions. What interviewer is looking at in you as a nurse is A, what kind of personality you are, right? And B, will you be able to adjust in the environment, in the culture, in the hospital? Would you be able to adjust in the environment, right? And three, you know, would you be a cultural fit, right? So in all of these, especially in the situational question, right? Explain, share your experiences, explain your stories, because if you turn every answer into a storytelling format, I think your chances of getting selected are very, very high. So, for example, if you, for example, the question is, tell me about a time, when you provided the best care to a patient, or can you give me about a time when you know, when you made a mistake? So I think give the answers with examples. So for example, you can say, you know, if you're asked a mistake question, you can say, yeah, you know, we're all humans, we can make mistake, but I would refer to an incident when I was in a college or going through my last BSc or diploma. I had made one logging error. Instead of, let's say, Anup as a patient, I mentioned Chandan. Okay. So I think these are simpler mistakes. These are giving references with examples gives them the confidence that you are being authentic. Okay. So in the situational question, be yourself, share your stories, share your examples, tell them more about uh, the live examples without quoting the patient's name. In the personality related questions, I think it's all about, you know, they want to know who you are beyond your resume. Okay. And the uh, the whole idea, you know, you don't need to read your resume, right? And you don't need to go with a scripted response. I think they want to know what's not on your resume as well, right? So if the question is, tell me about yourself, and you can say, so let's say I would say I'm Chandar. I have experience of 5 years. I like, you know, nursing is kind of my passion, and I'm, you know, a compassionate, hardworking player, and a great team sport. More than enough, right? You don't need to go telling your village's name and your grandfather name and everything. You don't need to, right? Uh, these can be very, very simple. So I think, and the last one they're looking for is culturally, if you're a fast learner and you will adapt. And there you need to give them the confidence that, yes, you know, UK culture or US culture might be new for me, but the I am a fast learner who can pick up things very, very in a rapid manner, and I can adapt, you know, very, very quickly. So lot of these you should mention, you know, in your interview process. They can ask plenty of questions, right? I just give you three categories. But I think if you go through the program, if you go through the process, you will learn a lot more about, you know, in detail, what are the kind of questions you can be asked and how do you best prepare for those. Hope this helps.
Definitely, sir. This is a lot of help for the candidates to structure their questions, and to know more, guys. You need to join the career readiness program, and that will definitely will be a great help for you. Okay. So moving forward, my next question revolves around the kind of specialities and the area of expertise that are more in demand internationally. So what do you think, these specialities are more in demand?
I think that would differ country by country. So if you're looking at Gulf countries, usually ICU, OR, MR, labor room, emergency room. These are the kind of vacancies that are critical. If you're looking at UK, I think is more for the wards, is both medical surgical, and for theater, mostly in orthopedics, would be very interesting, or ICU for that matter. If you're looking at Canada and US, I think medical surgical, ICU, cardio, critical care unit nurses would be very, very interesting. But I think whatever your specialty is, I think make sure that it comes out very well. Your resume should speak for itself, and make sure that it is clear, in a succinct manner, articulated for the interviewer or the resume reviewer to see. Okay. But yeah, broadly speaking, these are the specialties that are high in demand in those respective markets.
Hello? Hello, sir. Hello? Excuse me. A minute. A minute, please.
Yes, sir.
We start. If you hello,
Yes,
are you
please.
with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, please. If I want to start the journey of the visa, with this visa, how many months? How many months that thing can come out?
Sorry, Akeju, we can't hear you. You are on mute.
No, I think I got the question. Don't worry. So usually, occasionally, it's a 3 to 6 months process for visa. Yeah.
So, all right. Okay. Thank you, sir, for answering that question. And let's move forward. So if you can share a success story of a nurse who, found a life-changing opportunity through us. I think that would be a great motivation for the candidates as well.
Yeah, so I think there are many, many stories. I think if you look at our website, you will find number of stories out there. Okay, lot of happy uh, faces that you will see on our website, from variety of from diverse countries. So I can give you examples. There are a few nurses from Nepal, about 200 plus, that have gone to UK and are doing very well. There are nurses from Philippines, who found the opportunities in UK and are very, very happy. And what we are including Africa. So these are some of the, I think if you look at the websites, you will see kind of happy faces that we have seen. So I can talk about, I can't talk about each one of them one by one, but certainly you will see all across the diverse range. We have helped number of nurses go over to UK, US, and UK and US primarily. Just in last August, I think we placed more than 75 plus nurses for USA. For UK, we keep placing number of nurses every month. And now we are also opening up Saudi Arabia, and you will see a lot of nurses going to Saudi as well. And eventually Canada and Australia also coming.
Great. Thank you, sir. Thanks for answering that. And you guys can also have your lovely faces, with us. And if you join us with your, if you choose us for your journey overseas as well. So yeah, look forward to speak to you all, guys. Please drop your CVs or queries if you have to the email I have mentioned in the chat box, and we'll definitely take it from there. Great. So my next question comes here is like, what steps should nurse take today to set themselves up for global career success in future? And now that include, the kind of trainings and the requirements to go to overseas, everything. So
Yeah, so as I was mentioning earlier also, given that for UK it is a lull period, US, I think there's a famous saying, right? When the wind changes, you need to adjust your sails, and that's what we are going through right now. So I would say first of all, if you were only looking at UK, I would strongly encourage you to look at other countries, number one. Number two, I think the best way to tackle this change is to prepare. Okay. If you do not have the country license, get the country license. If you do not have the English proficiency test, so get prepared for IELTS or OET. If you're not sure about, if you have both of those and need help with interview preparation, then get on that journey fast. Okay. So key theme is prepare. Prepare, prepare, prepare. Because when the plane for your dream country is going to take off, you will be better off if you fasten your seat belts and prepare. If you don't, then I think you'll be very, very surprised. There's a question on Ireland. I think there are opportunities in Ireland as well. You can, send the resumes to us. And those of you who missed the webinar or joined late, the recording will be available and will be shared with all of you.
Yes, sir. Definitely the recording will be shared with the audience separately as well. There's just one more question, sir, from my end as well, and there is one in the chat box. So before I put forward my question, there's one question from Ankita Bhovi. Hello, sir. I am from Karnataka. I completed GNM nursing and I have experience of 4 years. Can I get opportunities in UK or any other country? So, sir, if you can highlight this.
Yeah, so I think UK will be, I think, about 6 months away, because right now UK is pretty much not hiring. So I would suggest you can try for Saudi or Gulf countries to start with. And once you spend a couple of years, once you complete a couple of years, I think then you can look at UK as well.
Yes. Great, sir. Now moving forward to our last question of this webinar is that if all the attendees today could take one key message from this webinar, what would that be from your end?
Yeah, so I think the simple thing I've mentioned this earlier, but let me summarize it for you. Opportunities for some of the countries are shrinking or going away, like UK. Maybe Ireland is still there. Okay. But you should keep an open mind. This is the time when, even if you want to go to UK or US or Canada or any country, prepare. That's only one message I would say. Prepare well, prepare now, because the bigger demand is going to remain and going to be there. Some countries can pause, slow down, or abandon hiring temporarily, but long term, they can't move away from, they can't do away with, overseas hiring completely. So prepare, and by prepare, I mean, prepare for your IELTS and OET exam. If you have not done so, if you're already cleared, great. Prepare for the license, whether it's NMC or NCLEX or whatever. Number 3, prepare for interview and be a confident and articulative speaker so that you can clear the exam. So I think, in summary, it's a time of change, and in that time of change, you can be better equipped if you prepare well for these opportunities. So spend your time with partners like us who can help you prepare for IELTS exam, interview skills, help you be more confident to face these opportunities. So reach out to us if you need any help, and I'm sure my team will be very, very happy to help you out to prepare. And so the key message, as I said, is you need to be prepared, and that's what is going to take you forward. Number two, now how can you prepare? As I said, there are multiple things you've got to do to be better prepared. Number one, I think brush up your resume. Number two, make sure that you can get aware of the opportunities that you have. Number three, make sure you know how to confidently face the interview. Okay. And to do that, you need a mentor, you need a coach, and Nursify and EA's tutor are there and we are there to help you out. Okay. So reach out to our team, and they will be more than happy to help you. Okay. Don't miss the opportunity. If you are just going to moan about, there are no opportunities, there are, nothing is available in the market, I would say keep an open mind. GCC or Gulf countries are full of opportunities. Australia is full of opportunities. Canada is full of opportunities. USA is full of opportunities. Okay. So make sure you keep your ears and eyes open and are able to look for opportunities and reach out to our, Nursify team, who will be more than happy to help you and guide you through the process.
Great, sir. Thank you so much for all the insights, and thank you so much for all this information for the audience today. And I believe all of us have a good understanding about the opportunities and options available there out in the market and the countries that people can apply for. So guys, please don't worry, you will get the recordings on your email. Okay, please share your CVs as well to us at hello@nursify.co.uk. I've mentioned this in the chat box as well, and we will help you with the best country possible for you. And yeah, don't worry about about the opportunities not present in the UK. We have a lot of opportunities in other countries also. So great. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for being here.
All right. Thanks, everyone,
Thank
and
you.
have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.